Happy Friday or Saturday, wherever you are. So I don't have a particular focus. I've been really focused on not having an idea of what's going on politically and globally and that whole charade. Just trying to empty all the past crap and fascinating things that I've seen because of the disinformation, and try to just be open to the unfolding, because I'm still very stuck on the law of attraction, thoughts are things situation. Going with the flow. Excuse me, hairball. All right. So the first card was inverted schizophrenia. So we're coming out of that frenzy of all the disinformation and coming in. We are going with the flow. So we've decided to leave all the chaotic nonsense that happens during an electoral time, and we're going with the flow. Okay, going with the flow. And preparing for an adventure, the adventure to come. I'm hoping the adventure into 5D. I mean, look at this. He is walking into the light and the rainbow, so I'm all about that. It's really difficult to not have opinions about what has been taking place, but as we collectively agree upon an outcome that we are wanting, compromise must take place. So, coming out of the schizophrenia, the disarray of disinformation versus information, what's actually going on, what's nonsense, going with the flow in that, like literally finding peace and presence, being prepared for that adventure, and being open to compromise to get there. So collectively speaking, with almost 8 billion people, we're not going to agree on one thing, unfortunately, but that's what we came here for, to be diversified and coexist and be incredible in our differences and embrace those differences. And we forget that, seems like, when we come through the birth canal. At least in the Western society we do. Movement with intensity. So that adventure, that compromise, when you're able to do this, boom, finding the collective. And I've mentioned this a few times when I did the QHHT session. When I was under hypnosis, I said that we would be phasing into 5D in soul groups, and to me that is defining the closest collective agreements to bring a manifestation into fruition. Projections. What do you see? What do you expect? What are you anticipating? What are you manifesting? So compromising on an agreement. Do you want a 5D Earth to merge here? Do you want a new urge? Compromise is good. Oh, sure. How you doing, Don Quixote? Wait a minute. Kathy, is that you? The burden of all of it. The burden of the light worker. Knowing you're here to hold the light and not having a clue how to do that if you're not some famous author and psychic or whatever. But knowing that your work is equally as important as everyone's, that it is 100% our job to hold the light. And this is where we've all been. So coming out of the schizophrenia, the mind games, the disinformation versus information, learning to go with the flow, to prepare for that adventure through compromise. We will be moving forward with intensity. Careful of your projections, your thoughts, what you're seeing, what you're expecting, and honor this compromise. And keeping your focus, carrying the burden, harboring the burden of the focus of the outcome, because we very much want to know what's going on, but it is very tricky to not get caught up in it when you start uncovering and seeking truth and seeing the very strangeness that our reality has become, that was hidden from us, and not letting that trap us energetically into staying stagnant in that same crappy energy. We are ready. I didn't pull this, but I looked and it was sitting on top of my otherwise turned down deck, flowering. We are totally in the phase of going from seedling in the dark to finding the light and sprouting into our beautiful selves, flowering. Love that. Okay, so I haven't used this deck in a while. I was using the same ones over and over. This is the Zen Tarot or Oracle cards. Change, being ready to embrace the change, being the change that you seek, becoming the change you seek. It is not a cliche or a clever anecdote. It is the most fundamental real thing that we as individuals and light workers and whatnot can do, is be the change. Now this is participating, but it was inverted. So this is becoming deliberate in your creations. Back to that compromise, that acknowledgement, and that mutual respect with others to create the change that we are wanting in the world. Energetically, everything else will follow. So careful of what you project and focus on. Compromise with others. Everything does not have to be your way. We didn't come to this planet to coexist and then stay stubborn in our one and only way of thought. We came here to expand our infinite experience, because we are infinite, incredible spiritual essences. And how much fun is it to play with a bunch of different kids and play a bunch of different games on the playground instead of just that one you thought up? Sometimes somebody else's game becomes your favorite. So be open to that compromise, and thus participation, being an active participant. I can't make this up. In the new vision. The new vision, the new earth. And there's like alchemical symbols in here. These cards are just so beautiful. They actually resemble my personal artwork a lot. Some of them. That one definitely does. Deliberate creating. Being an active participant in the new vision. Being willing to compromise. And, this was the 0 point I started the card off with. This card, it always gets me. This is the nothing. This is clearing that slate and being open. That's pouring your cup out, so you're ready for the new drink, so to speak. Whew, that gave me chillies. Morality. I 100% believe in free will. As long as 100% you are not fucking with somebody else's free will. The end. Whatever morality umbrella of yours that you need to hold on to, you go right ahead. I don't fly that freak flag all you want, as long as you do not mess with anyone else's free will. I think the universe should take away our free will when we fuck with other people's free will against their will. Transformation. I mean, there's a very specific flow and message to this reading. Letting go of the old crap in your mind, clearing, blank slate, focusing on this new adventure, this new journey that we are all embracing together right now. I mean, last year was the change. This year is the becoming. Last year was a bunch of cute little seeds in the dirt, in the dark, and fighting our way back to the light. And this year, this 2021, is the what flower are you becoming? What are you turning into? Who are you? What is your transformation? And I'm just like, I got emotional. This is so spot on to, I needed this message. It's one of my favorite cards. Look at this. Look at her in her flower. Her existence. I'm like tearing up. We are flowering and becoming and transforming. This is that initial bud bursting through the dirt and the darkness into the light, and having the entire universe at our disposal to expand and express and create and become. I love that. I love that so much. Yeah, it is very important. I made my heart putter. I think I'm done with this deck. I'll go to this deck and see what kind of cool confirmations that we have come up with double cards and double messages, really reconfirming that thought process. So I hope you are doing well and hanging in there and happily putting one foot in front of the other. That was some tough spots last year, and there is every year, all the time for all of us, shifting in and out of our lessons. But the overall work and theme of 2020 was scraping the shit off our shoes and polishing them up and coming into the new. So, what are you? What is the new you? Who do you want to be? Who do you aspire to be? Patience and choose wisely. I mean, this is so specific. Having patience and choosing wisely. So not jumping into something, but really, because of our lives and the subliminal programming and resistance and limitations that we experience in this paradigm, some of us forget those dreams and passions that we had. We just tuck them away deep down. So this is telling me be patient, because some of you are going to uncover some incredible, oh yeah, why in the hell have I not pursued that or acted on that all this time? Because it's time to now. So be patient and choose wisely of what your focus on becoming is. My heart is singing. Time to move on. It was inverted. We are moving on, moving away from the old way of being. I think Einstein said, you never know who said what meme, but I even had it on a bumper sticker that you cannot fix the problems with the same minds or thinking that created them. So moving on, being prepared to just literally wipe the slate, like the last deck said, wiping that slate, being ready to go with the flow, being ready to compromise on that incredible new vision, those collective visions, because it's not going to be everyone, it's going to be groups or clusters of people agreeing on something similar enough that you can collectively, energetically bring it through into existence, into your reality. That's how everything came to be. You know, you have an idea about a school and you build a school with other people. You don't do it alone. It's a collective shift, collective phasing. Then these two cards came out together. Spiritual unions and positive movement forward. Now, it does not have to necessarily be intimate. It can definitely be your tribe. But this is what I'm talking about, having that momentum with whom are you compromising with, you know? When I say compromise, it's a very positive, beautiful expansion, not a limitation. Ooh, that would work nicely. Yeah, let's try that. Positive movement forward and spiritual union, reuniting or meeting someone for the first time, whatever, gathering that tribe or that one love. A lot of buzz this year about after all these final purges and getting healed, doing that inner work. We are finally ready for that one twin flame. A twin flame is not a soulmate. There is only one twin flame, hence the word twin, you and them. Sacral chakra. This is all the way down here into the root. Well, one above the root, but it's very sexual. So maybe this is intimate. Or is the root? I don't know. I don't know my chakras. I'm not going to pretend. I think the root is sexual energy or chi. So sacral chakra. I'll just put that to the side and stop talking out of my yang and look it up real quick. And then coming into prosperity. Prosperity begins. You unify, compromise, flow, new vision, being patient, choosing wisely, uniting and pairing up, growing that collective, and coming into a time of opulence and incredible life that you dreamed of. So all those times that you've been shut down or told that that's not how it is, please let it go, because you may have the life of your dreams. Now, if you are a 5 foot tall woman and you want to be a professional football player, that's all you. I don't know. But I am definitely 100% saying it is time to reignite passions that you have not energized or empowered and become something incredible. Positive movement forward. Moving on came before that, with the union and the patience and the choosing wisely. So don't just settle for whatever comes. Proceed with whatever lights you up, as long as it doesn't mess with other people's free will. Awareness. It was inverted. We are coming into our awareness, into our presence. I think this absolutely has everything to do with 5D, New Earth, phasing, because there is a awareness of self that has been undefined in 3D terms that we are only just becoming. And there have been many masters, we call them masters, master souls, ascended masters along the path that, have come and achieved this level and ascended. We are coming into this awareness with all and others and self, awareness of self and all that is. This is 5D. This is New Earth. This is releasing that veil once and for all and remembering and feeling and knowing that connection to all that is. And man, I'm emotional about it. I don't know if you can hear the shaking in my voice, but I've known this was coming, and I've hoped it was coming. I didn't know it. I hoped it was coming. I was aware of the possibility. Now I'm starting to feel, yes. Now I'm starting to feel the knowing, understand the knowing, embrace the knowing. We just pulled material harvest. I think right before that was, we had positive movement forward. Oh, prosperity begins. Now spiritual harvest or material harvest. Oh, yes, 5D awareness, aware that we are expanding into, cannot make these cards up the way they come out. They just keep going. Our destiny to transform and evolve all of humanity as a race, this life. That's what this life was about. Anybody that's been incarnated in the last 50 whatever years, we are all destined to bring about new earth and 5D and awareness and evolution. This is the evolution of humanity. We are getting our upgrades that all civilizations go through to become more, better, aware, connected. Oh, dude, victory and success. 100% from cocoon to butterfly perspectives. Let me show you what's on my phone. My backdrop is, hold on, go back. Well, you can't really see it, but it says spread your wings and trust you can fly. My backdrop is the butterfly. Like last year was us breaking through that cocoon. And now spread your wings and trust you can fly. Victory and success, though. Destiny, material harvest, freaking prosperity begins. You know, I can't make up the order of these cards. This is very specific and incredible. Yeah. Financial and material changes. I mean, there's 78 cards in this deck. For me to bring up this stream, I don't think there's any other cards about prosperity in there. It's like 3 in a row. This is inverted, thankfully. This is overcoming the deception, stepping away from the nonsense. This was the veil. This was the lie. This was the separation. And we are moving from that, thankfully. I'm so glad it was inverted. Oh, aren't you excited? I'm excited. It's been a crazy ride. Yeah, I can dig it too. I totally dig it. Okay, so we got solar plexus chakra. I know this is here, and then sacral chakra. I believe that's the one under. So all up in our fields, not in our heart, but sacral and solar plexus, like those two. That is all I know about chakras. I know the top one is definitely like going into third eye and being in touch with all that is. Yeah, you and me both, man. I could definitely use the change, but I don't hate what got me here because I dig the shit out of myself now. Intuition, material and spiritual prosperity coming into this. So tapping into this to achieve this. All the little subtle thoughts and whispers that are very easy to ignore. That is your intuition trying to practice with you to get you to acknowledge it. Sometimes you feel like you're in an insanity loop because it's so subtle and you feel nudged to do something. And you're like, I don't feel like getting up and doing that. Do it. That is you and your intuition getting to know each other and practicing and do that practice. And this is so soon to come. Okay, I said there, I didn't think there was any more. This is the fourth one. These are all the prosperity cards, and we got all of them. 4 out of all 4 of these cards out of the last 5 drawn, roughly. Definitely 3, but I think 4. All the prosperity and the material and the something is changing, and maybe it's the Nasera Jacera. Yes, dude, spidey senses. I totally have those. Get out of your mind. Get out of your mind. Where did I just have that one about the deception? Getting out of your head, because we have worked our butts off to release this shit. So let it go. No more apologies. If you have done inner work this year, like I have the last few years, actually, I hardly know anybody that I used to know. I've done so much inner work. It's just like my vibe. I mean, I'm attracting new people and new tribe. I'm not alone. I seriously can't make this up. This is inverted, but coming into the new beginning this year, this is it. What are you beginning? Because it looks incredible. If you can release the worry and the stress and the assumption and the doubt, boom, boom. Aw, I totally understand that. I have been a bit of a wild card in my life, and I am very mellow now. Yeah. Oh, okay. So both of these came out at the same time, and they're both inverted. So this is something we're walking into and coming into. Memories of love. So I am definitely one of these people. I have been a hermit while I have been doing this inner work and trying to figure me out. Memories of love. And I've totally dabbled with that here and there when I allow myself to. I haven't dated in like 5 years. I mean, I've like grabbed a beer or a meal, but like that was it. Just haven't dated. How can you when you're doing all this inner work? I just don't even know. And then foundation and achievement. So, and this goes back to the memories of love, foundation and achievement. And then these two came out a while ago. The other pair that came out was moving on and spiritual union. So there is definitely some energy around either a significant other or just growing that tribe, loving others, loving friends, just loving your life. Oh, man. Throat chakra. This is speaking your truth. So we have 3 chakra cards so far. This is speaking your truth, being authentic. Understandable. I'm still healing from my last breakup. Broke my heart. Had me listening to Tony Braxton songs. Yeah, you were wounded. You had to go to the T-Ball or the T-Raw. Tony Braxton. Some soul R&B. Okay. So this is perplexing. Discontent and boredom. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah. Is it discontent? I can't read. Yes, it is. I think that this very much ties into, we've been doing that work. We've been trying to heal and become the kind of person we would want to attract, whether it be friends or a lover, like, or 5D Earth. Like, we are freaking purifying our souls and getting rid of all that karma, and we're at the ground zero, and this is what we are becoming. While we are sitting here waiting for not the other shoe to drop, that was last year, waiting for the new beginning, 100% self-love 2020. If you didn't find that you're in a different soul group, and I love you. This universe, having every element of the universe surrounding you, supporting you. This is what you're coming into the awareness of, which is super dope. All right, I'm going to pull just a couple more and then wrap this up. Thank you for joining me and hanging out. Appreciate it. If you have any shift related questions, I will gladly pull a card for you. I don't do relationships or card readings about other people unless I have their permission, ever. Okay, conflict and defeat. I'm going to pull the next card to see where this is going. The first thought that came to my head was releasing it. Releasing that program. Because a lot of us felt defeated after this year. And it's not even just because of the Rona and all that. It's right on. It's like I moved here 2 months before it hit the fan, and so I didn't know anybody. It was very crazy to be in any place, and I'm living in this little tiny fairy cottage down tucked away in the woods in Oregon. And I mean, if I didn't have my dog and my inner work, I probably would have lost my mind. And I went several months without doing any readings because I felt very compelled to wipe my own behind before I talked to anybody else about theirs, so to speak. You know what I mean? I needed to finish doing bummer. What bummer? No bummer. I just needed very much to know that I was coming from an authentic, loving, clear-minded, clear soul pace. Oh yeah. Being new and then having the lockdown. Like, okay. And then this card, spiritual strength, came in. This is totally what held me over, and I would imagine held most of us over, is our finding that inner strength. I am proud of us. I think collectively we have been amazing. We didn't just survive this last year. Many of us have found creative ways to thrive through it. I've talked to so many people that were making more money on their unemployment, and they started making music or painting or writing their script or working on a book, and their lives are freaking awesome. Yeah, right? Love that. Yes, Soul Tribe. Love that. So we left the discontent and boredom thing, and then we just brought up the waiting game. This is where we are right now. And it is up to us to focus and patiently, wisely choose what we are doing poorer and happier. I feel that. I don't even feel poor though, even though I don't really have any money. I have everything I want and need, and I love my strange little cottage. It's so cool. I have my music, my art, my dog, and food. I'm happy. So I totally understand. Prosperity begins. Pulled it again. And then I'm going to go to the other deck and we'll wrap it up here with this last message. It is very picky about this next card. Oh. We're coming into mastery. That is my mic drop, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. Coming into mastery, self-mastery. I'm going to leave it on that because, wow. It doesn't get better. We have love, we have leaving behind the BS, the old program, and embracing this paradigm shift that we are all collectively creating. And I'm very proud of you. And I hope to see many of you and bump elbows with you in the real world. And subscribe, hit the bell if you want, just so you know when I'm up here chatting again. Otherwise, you guys have a lovely weekend, and I will catch you another day. Very cool. Very cool. Well, welcome. Now I have 5 people on. I'm super glad. What do you want me to keep going? I love you so much. I will catch you soon. Catch you on the next one. Bye.